Flux, the intergalactic trucker, is back. And of course, he finds himself stranded again. I mean, it wouldn't be a survival game if it didn't start like that. This is Crashlands 2, a survival game that does away with the typical hunger and thirst bars, keeps the building, and adds RPG elements, story, and NPCs. As always in these first videos, I focus on what you can expect and keep my opinion for later. This is a perfect example of why that matters. The game currently sits at 94% positive on Steam, but I saw a review that gave it a 7. Seems like a strange difference, right? Oh, that's because a lot of the recipe unlocks are tied to quests. It works perfectly fine, but you need to be okay with that and go with it. The game becomes more structured and less sandbox. If you try to play it purely as a sandbox, it doesn't work as well. Doesn't mean it's not a good game, just means that it's a different type of game than what someone expected. That's why I always try to make sure you know what you can expect first before I go into my own opinion. Now let's talk more about the game. In Crashlands 2, you'll explore, gather, fight, craft, and follow quests to unlock new biomes, gear, and abilities. The humor and world design are weird and over the top, packed with bizarre creatures and strange NPCs. It leans hard into its charm. Story is much more present than in most survival games, but you can still click through it if you want to. A lot of the progression comes from doing quests for specific NPCs. The further you go, the more characters will join your camp, and if you keep them happy, you'll unlock more recipes. This means you're constantly progressing. You're either unlocking new recipes, getting new NPCs to join, or watching your camp expand. Since it has RPG elements, some of these recipes are for gear and weapons. You also unlock new abilities through gadgets. It's not extremely deep, but it does the job, and especially on hard difficulty, it adds another layer of progression. Early on, some enemies can even one-shot you. The combat system is dynamic but deliberate. It's not a hack and slash. You dodge, hit, throw items, stun enemies, set traps, and more. If you try to button mash, you'll die. Attacks are telegraphed using colored shapes, giving you a chance to react before they land. Crashlands 2 also has a pet system. You'll come across eggs that can be hatched into pets. These are just cosmetic. They actually help in combat and exploration. Some deal damage, others can stun or distract enemies, and a few even gather materials for you. They level up over time, and figuring out how to hatch and grow them is part of the fun. It adds a layer of strategy, but also gives you a reason to care about the weird little creatures running alongside you. Let's wrap this all together into a final summary. Crashlands 2 is a structured, story-driven survival game where you explore colorful biomes, fight in action-based combat, and gather resources to craft gear, gadgets, and base upgrades. Progression is tied to quests, which unlock new recipes and move the story forward, while NPCs and pets add personality and depth. You'll hatch companions that help in combat and exploration, and gradually unlock new zones as you build, fight, and craft your way across the planet. Oh, and last but not least, the game is also out on Android and iOS with cross-progression. You do have to buy it twice, though. That was it! If you like short but helpful videos that don't waste your time, then please consider liking and subscribing. Regardless, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.